So, starting off January 2019, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And if we look at this, she is holding on to what she loves, what she holds dearest to her. So in reverse, this is talking about letting go of things that we are attached to, things that we believe we need, but really they're just wants and desires. So as we are moving forward, looking at ourselves in January 2019, and this is going to be your season, Capricorn. So as you are looking at yourself, this is saying, what is it about you that you hold dearest, that you hold closest to you? What is it that you love and cherish the most about yourself? And if there's anything that you don't love or cherish, then it's time to get rid of that, because you are holding on to something that does not serve you. So moving forward, this is kind of asking you to look at yourself and analyze the things that you think or believe about yourself. And if there's anything that you don't truly love and adore about yourself, if there's anything negative that you have to say about yourself, it's time to get rid of that. So it's time for you to stop with the negative self-talk. It's time for you to stop looking at yourself and trying to find the imperfections that you yourself don't like, the things that you believe need to be changed. If there's something that you truly want about yourself to change, then it's time to put in the work to do something different. But if it's something that you can't change, or if it's something that maybe you don't want to change, but you still believe, like, I don't really like this, whether it's I'm fat or I'm short or I'm unhappy with my smile, the way that I do things at work, the people that I hang around, the things that I believe in, the things that I think, these self-defeating talks that you're having within yourself need to come to an end at this point. So, moving on, we have the Three of Pentacles here. And this is talking financially. This is also talking relationship-wise. This is saying, look at those details. Look at the things that matter. Pay attention to the choices that you're making, the things that are occurring during this time. Is this job right for you? Is this relationship right for you? Are these creature comforts that you are putting into your life really serving you on this journey? So think about this. All of these physical, material things, your finances, your job, your relationship, all of these two-dimensional things that you're holding on to, these physical, materialistic things, it's kind of time to look at the details and say, well, what serves me? What doesn't? Is this right for me? Is this what I need to move forward? Is this helping me on my journey? So this is a time to be asking those questions about these materialistic based things in your life. And really, this is going to ask you also to put in the work. As you look at this card, you're seeing this baby and this man and this woman, and they're seeking out advice during this time. And this is looking at the foundations that we're building. This is looking at the finances, the job, the relationship, all of these things. And it's like, are you going to put in the work for it? If it's truly not right for you on your path, then maybe it's time to let it go and put your work, put your focus somewhere else. And if you're not going to do that, then you're going to have to put in the work in order to get the results that you want. There's only two ways to get the results that you want, these materialistic results. You really have to look at what serves me, what is right for me. And if you are a Capricorn rising, then this first card has a lot to do with this, right? Because that puts Capricorn in your first house. And even if you are a Capricorn sun or a Capricorn moon at this point, this is really looking at, like, where are you going to put the work, the effort in? Where are you going to do that? Because Capricorn, as a sign, is teaching us you have to do the work. You have to put in the effort to get the tangible results. One of the reasons why a lot of people say that Capricorn is a serious sign or a boring sign or a very traditional, old school, stoic type of sign is because this is like, well, you could go out and party and have fun somewhere, but how does that help you on your path? Right? If you want to build something, if you want rewards, results from it, then you have to do the work. You have to, put in the effort, put in the hours, get it done. This is serious work. It's things that you may not like, but it'll get you somewhere that you will enjoy. Because that is something that Capricorn shows us. And even now, in this Sagittarius season that is starting to come to an end, we're seeing that Sagittarius gives us the tools, the opportunities, the positive things in life to say, you know what? I believe in myself. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to shoot my arrow somewhere. I can't see where I'm going, but I'm going to shoot my arrow. And by the time you get to where that arrow was shot, that's where we get to Capricorn. And it's like, okay, you're here. This is your decision. This is where you chose to put your faith, your belief, your opportunities at. So what are you going to do to actually make this happen? What kind of work are you going to put in? Right? So Capricorn, very serious sign, very traditional sign, very dedicated and hardworking sign, because the sea goat is saying, you gotta climb, you gotta swim, you gotta do everything that you can to put in the work so that you can get to this goal. It's not going to come easy. Nothing in life is going to come easy. You're going to have challenges and roadblocks, and a lot of work is going to need to be put in to get you to where you actually want to be. Right? Capricorn is that work, that grind, that hustle, however you want to say it. It is that effort that you're putting in to get you to that point of Aquarius where you're like, okay, everything is the way it should be. Now I'm going to get inventive and create some new things, make some changes. But before you can do that, Capricorn is like, well, you have to do the work. You have to put in the time. You have to stay orderly. You have to prioritize. Right, you have to do everything that you need to do to get to that goal. Okay. So next, we have the World card. And if you are a Capricorn rising, this is in your third house of networking, communication, learning, lower levels of knowledge and intelligence, speed, movement. This is how you connect yourself to the people around you so that you can get the things that you need so that you can learn, so that you can adapt, so that you can have the tools that you need moving forward. And even if you are a Capricorn sun or a Capricorn moon, this is saying to you that there's a lot of opportunities coming, right? You have the whole world. You have so many directions you could go in. You have so many people that you could connect with to help you on your journey. And with this, it's interesting because for Capricorn, it's the opposite. It's the polar opposite to Cancer. And right now, with this North Node in Cancer, this is a time to connect with others. This is a time for unity. This is a time for openness. This is a time for trust. This is a time for being comfortable with emotional vulnerability. This is a time to join others, to help to nurture others, to allow others to help nurture you on your path. And this is challenging for Capricorn, as Capricorn is going to be fully invested in work and career and very focused and hardworking, especially if you have a lot of earth placements in your chart, right? This is going to make you very driven, very hardworking, very orderly, very prioritized, focused on what you're doing. So the challenge then is incorporating this Cancer-like piece to the puzzle, where you are allowing yourself to seek out help, to seek out guidance from others, to connect to others around you. It's not just about being so serious and focused into your work, but also allowing others to join in with you, to join forces with you. And you have plenty of opportunities, plenty of options on where you choose to go with that. But that will definitely help you on your journey in the start of January 2019. Now next, and for you Capricorn risings, this is going to be in your 4th house. Next we have the Knight of Wands. And this is showing that as you are on your journey, you are going to be confronted with the past. You are going to be confronted with old, outdated belief systems. You may struggle a bit. You may deal with some challenges from the past. Some lessons are going to repeat themselves. They're going to come up and challenge you to kind of see where you're at. And the Knight of Wands here, he is going in a direction, and his horse is like, wait a minute, are we good? Are we ready to go? It's that point of questioning whether you are going in the right direction or not. And I can tell you that you are. You are going in the right direction. January 2019. This is an awesome month for you. It's an awesome year for you. It's an awesome year for a lot of us as we are kind of breaking away from these old ways of doing things. This is giving us a new and fresh start in 2019. This is a number 3 year. So we have lots of opportunities. We're going to have lots of connections, old friendships that have ended are going to bring us in some new and fresh friendships, even some new and fresh relationships for some of us. It's really going to be a great year to start something new. And with this is reminding you, don't let these cycles from the past stop you from moving forward, because you are going in the right direction, right? There's no need to overanalyze or question at this point. You are moving in the right direction here. Okay, so next we have the Hangman, and he's in reverse. So with this, and for you Capricorn risings, this would be in your 5th house. So with this is like you're holding on to old things. And this goes along a lot with the previous card, the Knight of Rods, the Knight of Wands. It's like you're holding on to old behaviors, old patterns, old ways of doing things that don't serve you. And this is in reverse. So this is saying to you, well, this is giving you new opportunities. This is setting you up in new situations. And during this time, you're probably going to even feel this, right? You can feel the universe pushing you in a different direction. You can feel it pushing you in the right direction. So this is saying just trust in the process, trust in your intuition, trust in God or the source or the universe or whatever your higher self is for you, this higher power, this higher being. Trust in that. Trust in the process. Trust in where you are going, because you are going in the right direction, and there's no need to repeat the same behaviors from the past. There's no need to repeat the same patterns. There's no need to do things the old way. This is giving you the tools to start something new and fresh for yourself. So this is a great opportunity for you. Moving in the beginning of January 2019, this is like, okay, let's do something different. Let's create something different. Let's do something that we're passionate about, and not just something where you are overworking yourself, putting in too many hours, especially with this Capricorn energy. Also, if you have some strong Virgo energy in your chart, that can usher in some perfectionism. This is like you're striving to work hard to get something done, and it's all on you, and you're just give, and you're unable to take something from someone else to help you on your journey. So this is ushering you to seek out guidance, to seek out help, to draw in others, to draw in that unity, that connection, to help you. You know, if this is a time where you're working on a big project or you're creating something fresh, something new, allow others to help you with this. And remember that, yes, you are going to be faced with the past. It doesn't mean that you need to behave the way that you did in the past. So maybe even now, after you're watching this video, you can kind of do some self-reflection and look at yourself and say, well, these are my old behaviors. These are the old ways that I did things. These are the things that didn't serve me. This is what I need to release. Make a list, write down the things that you know did not serve you in 2018 that it's time to let go of. Make a list and go through, do some self-reflection. And if you're an individual who enjoys meditating, do that too. That will definitely allow you to see these old patterns, these old behaviors that need to be released. So definitely do that. If meditation is not your thing, something that you could also do is chanting. You could listen to a chant and kind of chant along with it and practice some breathing And every time you inhale, think about the things that you want to bring into your life. And as you exhale, you're releasing the things that you no longer want. Another thing to do is, if you are going to make a list, you could burn the list. You could throw the list away. Also, if you just want to write a list so that you have it and keep it with you, just to keep that self-reflection, to keep that mindfulness, that is also good for you as well. Okay, so next you have the Strength card. And if you are a Capricorn rising, this would be in your 6th house, the house of work and order. Also the house of health and the house of service and giving to others. This house is very structuralized. It's very prioritized. It's set to a certain standard, a certain way. This is the house ruled by Virgo. So this house is set up a certain way. There's a certain structure, a certain order, a certain way of doing things. This is Mercury in Earth placement. So this is the logical patterns, the logical order, the logical ways of doing things, the service, the work. It's taking that Mercurian energy and making it something physical, something concrete. So this is your house of hard work and service. And for you guys that are just Capricorn Sun or Capricorn Moon, this is also a very important card for you as well, as you are on this journey, starting to put in the work, starting to apply your own Capricorn energy into the process. This is saying, don't be afraid. Don't hold on to these old things that we just previously talked about. Have pride in yourself. Believe in yourself. Keep going. Be confident, be strong, keep moving forward on this path. Because this is getting to mid-January, where maybe you've been putting in a bunch of work, a bunch of time, maybe you've been believing in yourself, putting in the hours, and then you kind of get to this point mid-January where you're like, well, I don't really see any results yet. Well, you're not, because that takes time, that takes patience. So here, remember not to emotionally respond. Remember not to be disappointed. Don't even set expectations for yourself. Don't. Just do the work, focus on where you're going, and allow these things, give them time to manifest and become a reality. Don't allow yourself to emotionally respond to this. Don't allow yourself to feel the need to say, well, this isn't really working out, so now I'm going to give up. Now I'm going to stop moving forward. Don't do that. Don't have these self-defeating thoughts. Just keep moving forward. Keep believing in yourself. If you need to, tell yourself about the things that are working, about the things that you are grateful for, instead of focusing on the things that maybe aren't working. Because all this worry, all of this negative energy, all of this questioning that you're putting into it is going to make the process even slower. So don't set expectations. Don't get disappointed. Just keep moving forward. This is what this is saying for you. Okay. So next, we have the King of Cups. So you have everything you need. You have all of the help, the guidance, the opportunities, all of the tools that you need. You have it. So this is saying, it's in reverse. This is saying, remember that. And it kind of goes along with what I just said. Remember the things that you are grateful for. Remember the things that you have instead of focusing on the things that you don't have. And this is in your 7th house if you are Capricorn rising. So this is dealing too with partnerships and relationships as well, especially marriage and close relationships, even dealing with best friends at times. This is saying, be grateful for the things that you have. Be grateful for the things that you already have and just keep working on what you have. So this applies, with your whole life. It also applies with relationship as well, though. Remember, if you are going through a rough patch in a relationship, don't be like, okay, this isn't working out, I'm done, and just end it right away without putting some kind of effort into it, without putting some kind of resolution in place, right? Don't just give up and say it's over now, because that doesn't really help you move forward, right? The lesson here is not to run away from the problem. The lesson here is to face the problem. So don't run away. Don't say, oh, it's over. Don't get into these self-defeating thoughts where you make some kind of rash decision. Just try to work out these challenges at this time. Focus on the things that you already have. Okay? So next, we have the 7 of Swords. And again, this is something that we've kind of already talked about. And if you are a Capricorn rising, this is in your 8th house, dealing with secrets and hidden desires, hidden thoughts, hidden information, contracts. All things hidden. All things confidential. So this is a very deep part of your chart to face these things that are hidden, right? These things that are deep within you. And as even a Capricorn sun or moon, I can tell you that this is like, get rid of these thoughts. And this is a reoccurring message that has kind of come up throughout this entire horoscope here, this entire reading, right? Is get rid of these self-defeating thoughts. Get rid of these old ways of thinking, these old behaviors, these old ways of doing things. Especially with swords here, this is talking about thoughts. So keep in mind that your thoughts are vibrations. Your thoughts help to create the reality that you are having. So if you have negative thoughts, how is that going to help you move forward? How is that going to help bring positive things into your life? And if you're stuck in this kind of phase, it's kind of like you're missing out on an opportunity, right? Because 2019 is the year of fresh starts, new beginnings. And even in your own season here, right, your sun is seated in your 1st house, and you're dealing with your identity and who you are and how you can work to move forward. And as a Capricorn, you're probably trying to work on bettering yourself. You're probably trying to work on succeeding, on working hard, on reaching some kind of higher status or higher point in your life. And if you're holding on to negative, self-defeating thoughts, then that is not going to help your process. That's not going to help what you are trying to build and create. So keep that in mind. So again, like how I was saying, if you write down the old things that you've been holding on to, you make a list and you go through that list and you say, okay, this is what I need to release. This is what I need to do to make that happen. And you make it happen, because otherwise you are missing out on some great opportunities to start something new and fresh. And as a reader, I definitely, when I look at this, I'm like, I want to do everything I can to help you see this. Right? But it gets to a certain point where I've given you the message, I've given you the guidance, now you have to do the work. So this is probably going to be a process that you're not going to like. This is probably going to be difficult. This is probably going to force you to go deep, to face your feelings. And I know Capricorn isn't a very emotional sign, especially if you have a lot of earthy or air placements in your chart as well. But this is like, you have to go deep, you have to face these things in order to move forward. And these negative self-defeating thoughts, these negative self-defeating beliefs, all of these negative things in your life, they're not going to help you. Right? And you see this guy, he's like trying to carry all these swords and he can't. It's too much. He's holding on to all this dead weight, right? You only really need one sword, right? And if you are going to carry all those swords, there should be positive thoughts. So keep that in mind. Okay. So next, we have the Six of Swords. And this is, if you are a Capricorn rising, this is in your 9th house. So your house of higher learning, your house of wisdom, discovery, adventure, your house of philosophy, of religion, of beliefs. This is a Sagittarian ruled house. So with this, even if you are a Capricorn sun or moon, again, with these swords, we're talking about thoughts. We're talking about thinking. We're talking about beliefs. We're talking about the things that you're creating with your own thoughts, your own vibrations, right? And as you can see, this guy is moving all the things that he holds dear to him forward, along with the things that don't really serve him. So this is reminding you that the journey is easier if you release these things that don't serve you. So this is getting you to adventure inside of yourself. This is getting you to seek out your higher consciousness, the state of higher consciousness within you, to become aware of these self-defeating thoughts. So this does tie along with this whole theme of releasing these thoughts that don't serve you anymore. This is like, focus on the positive. Be grateful for what you have. Keep moving forward. Don't let the things that you don't have, don't let the negative things, don't let the things from the past, the old ways, stop you. This is like, keep moving forward, stay positive, do what you need to do, right? Okay. So next, we have the Star card. And this is in such a great placement, especially if you are a Capricorn rising. This is in your 10th house, right? If you're a Capricorn sun or moon, then This is also a great card for you during your path during this month of January. And if you look at the 10th house, this is the house that's ruled by Capricorn. This is also getting at the cusp of the 10th house, the midheaven, this place of success, this high point in life, this place of career and high status. And with the star here, it's kind of asking you to, again, let go of some old things and kind of see yourself in a new light, right? This is seeing yourself for who you truly are and letting go of these old ways of doing things, removing these masks, removing these ways of hiding and running away. This is like face your true self, accept your true self. You don't need to care about what anyone else thinks of you. You don't need to allow others to control your life, allow others to decide things for you, to allow others to move you in a certain direction, to allow others to stop you from succeeding. This is like, see yourself in your true light and you will have everything that you need. And our last card here is the Moon card, which again, keep in mind that you are not letting others affect your emotions, not allowing others' thoughts or feelings to attach themselves to you. This is like, be protective of yourself. Make sure that you have the energy that you need, that you're drawing your energy from your higher self, from the source, that you're not attaching yourself to others' feelings and allowing that to affect where you're going. And a lot of this is like, don't be impulsive and just make rash decisions. Actually keep moving forward and stay positive and release some of these negative old ways, these negative thoughts, these negative beliefs, these negative ways of doing things. Whatever this is for you, release this so that you can move forward and protect yourself. Protect yourself from others. Don't allow someone else to take advantage of you. And if that means that you need to visualize having a mirror around you, if you need to meditate, if you need to imagine a waterfall, okay, whatever that is for you, where you, even a salt bath, where you are clearing the feelings and the actions and the words of others that could possibly affect you and stop you from moving forward on your journey. No one else's feelings should be felt by you but your own in the long run. So that is your January horoscope. Have a great day. So sorry, I left out 2 cards. So for you Capricorn risings, the King of Pentacles is in your 11th house, the house of friendship and groups and organizations. And if you are a Capricorn sun or a Capricorn moon, this is also important for you. This is showing you having the tangible results that you were looking for on this path in the month of January. This is like you're in a spot of peace and contentment, and you have everything that you need physically. Keep in mind that this is only physical. Don't focus too much on the materialistic things and put too much focus and emphasis on that. Keep in mind this aspect of focusing on the mind and the spirit as well. So focus on your mental and spiritual hygiene as you're coming into this place of physical success. And also keep in mind that there are going to be a lot of emotional issues as well. As we look back to the moon card, this is telling us to trust in our intuition and to not let our feelings rule us. So if you are Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, this is reminding you to focus on how you feel and confront those feelings, but don't allow them to control you on your path. And then the last card, this would be in your 12th house, the house of dreams, the house of the unconscious, the house of deep things within you, the house of your undoing, the house of emotional insecurities, the house of completion, the house of endings. So here, this is telling you not to wait, but to just go for what it is that you want, what you desire, to follow your heart, to follow your inner self. You have the keys, you have the tools to move forward. So keep moving forward, and this will lead you somewhere great in the month of February, leading all out through the year of 2019, as it is a number 3 year, a year of new and fresh beginnings. And keep in mind also that during 2019, we're starting this theme of North Node in Cancer, where we are learning to come into unity and to be comfortable with our emotional insecurities and to seek out guidance and help and nurture and caring between one another. And also comes this element of trust, trusting in your intuition and trusting in others to help guide you on your path during 2019. So again, this is your January horoscope. I hope you enjoyed and have a great day.